This video shows you how to change a light bulb in a Dodge Ram. Guts, glory, Ram.
Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is get access to the back of the headlight assembly. So you'll just take a small little screwdriver to pop this clip open. Once the clip comes up, you'll be able to pull it up and open up this trap door on the inside of the fender liner. So that's now out. You just pop it out and then the trap door will open. So from here, it's going to be a little tough to see, but there's a white clip in here, and I'm going to take a picture of it for you guys, and you're just going to push it down, and that's going to release the back side of the headlight assembly. Alright, this is a pretty difficult angle, but that white clip is what you'll be pulling down. It's holding the back of the light assembly housing, and I'll show you once the light is out how that actually works. Once you've removed the clip, you'll have two 10mm bolts, one just under this cover, and then one that is straight down, and you can just barely see it. You're going to need probably two extensions. It's a 10mm, and it's a pretty long one, so if you have power tools, that's great. Okay, so you've just pulled your 10mm from here and the 10mm from the bottom. You've removed the clip that's underneath through the little catch area, and then there's also going to be two small little round ball grommets that are holding it in place. So you're going to want to pull pretty significantly outwards or push from the rear. So I found it best to push from the rear because I don't want to scratch anything. So you push from the rear and then it will pop out. Once you have it out, you'll be able to reach the back of the headlight assembly to change your light bulbs. So here we are. You have your low beam, your high beam, your turn signal. All you do is just grab it counterclockwise and pop her out. Then once you're on the inside here, you'll have these little clips very similar to the fog lights, which are just right there, that little clip. You just lift that tab up and push it out and it will come right out. And then again counterclockwise, and your light bulb's out. You can replace it, do whatever you want. We're going to replace it. I would like to make it a point that you never touch this type of halogen light bulb, this is an H11, with your fingers. There's a grease on your fingers that will cause these to prematurely wear and bubble. I normally have one around to show people, don't do it, but unfortunately this time I don't. So you'll just clock this. You'll see there's a couple of little arms that stick out, and they just match up perfectly right inside. It goes together like it should. Everything feels great. And if you ever have to force something, it's because it's not in right. So you want to make sure that it's seated properly before you turn it. It shouldn't take that much force to get it into its location. So if it's forced, there's an indication something's wrong. So you just hook your little harness back up. It clicks in. You'll hear it click. That's how you know it's done. This, you can't put it on any wrong way at all. You literally just slip it into place and turn it back clockwise, and it has little arms that reach out and grab itself to shut, and then you'll see the seal will seal up itself. You do the exact same thing for the low beam. I'm sorry, for the high beam. We just replaced the low beam. You grab it, turn it to the left, pull it out. Here's your little clip. You can just pop this little clip off, walk out the harness, be careful, and then counterclockwise pull it out, and then you can always take note of the orientation. So we'll grab the next one here. Again, you want to make sure that you don't touch this with your fingers or it will damage. So you just clock it into place, then you put it into the counterclockwise motion, take your harness, plug your harness back in, clip it in, and you're done. Now this little piece right here is just a holder. It's just a small little tree, and that just clips right back in there. So when you put the assembly back together, you're going to clip it in. This is one of those little ball joint grommets that was holding it in when you had replaced everything. And on this side here, which I promised I'd show you, this is where that white clip that's underneath holds it in. What happens is it's literally just like a claw, and it just clips onto the outside, and then to release it you just push it up, and then that's how you're able to get it all out. You have your little adjustments right here so that you can adjust your low beam up and down, and it's all pretty straightforward. So we're just going to seal this guy back up because light bulbs do not like moisture. So you just turn that to the right, and then you can put it all back together. All right, so we're now putting everything back together. You're just going to do it in the reverse order. The first thing you want to do is put the housing back into its position, and then you'll grab the white clip that's underneath and get that all seated. So just going to reach into that little hatch, and you have to feel around. Turn the steering wheel to give you a little bit more clearance, and you'll pull down. I just pulled down, now it's latched in. So from this point, the light is on. You're going to put on your two 10mm bolts. There's the black one which goes on top, and then the aluminum which is going down towards the bottom. Don't forget, you can use a little bit of electrical tape to help you get that one in. It's kind of a pain. So literally just a small piece of tape, break it off, put it on the head, and this will prevent it from falling out while you're trying to install it. So you just press it in, and then when you remove it, the threads are much stronger than the bond between the tape. So I'm just going to grab my little light and guide my way into the hole. And since it's so long, I'm just going to use my impact. And we're down. And that looks beautiful. And then you just take your black 10 and you put that right back onto the top. And you'll probably need to use a 10 wrench, open and close end, because you won't probably be able to get a socket in there. But it just comes in really nicely, and you'll just snug it up. And now that we're snug, go ahead and take your small black clip, come back to your little trap door, small little trap door, and just press it into place and install your clip, and you're all done. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.